Hey guys, welcome back to Geek Power Toy Reviews, and in today's episode we will be reviewing the LEGO Nexo Knight set 70365 Battlesuit Axle. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. First off, let's take a look at the packaging. So, on the front of the box, we can see the LEGO Nexo Knights logo at the top left hand corner. Down the side we see that there is a suggestion that the set is for 7 to 14-year-olds. The set number 70365 and the name of the set, Battlesuit Axle. Along the centre of the box we see Axle in his battlesuit, wielding his two accessories, Axle's name tag, and the 5 Nexo powers included in the set. And then down on the right hand corner we see a full image of Axle in his Knighten fatigues outfit. On the back of the packaging we see how we can put our Axle minifigure into his battlesuit, and we see the 4-step process in using 3 Nexo Knight power shield pieces in the mobile app game. With the packaging fully talked through, now let's take a look at the LEGO set within. With the box out of the way, here is our Axle minifigure inside his battlesuit, along with his accessories and his 2 spare Nexo Knight power pieces. So let's get straight into it and take a closer look at the very unique minifigure that is Axle. And here he is out of the battlesuit, our Axle minifigure. Well, I say minifigure, but he is, like I said, a very unique minifigure, since we've never had one like him before Nexo Knights, and I don't think we've really had one like him since Nexo Knights. That large torso piece, which is so wide and thick, is moulded right on top of a standard LEGO minifigure torso piece, but there's no way you can remove it from the torso. It's very much moulded in. It's quite immovable. And as we're talking about that torso piece, it's done in a beautiful orangish yellow colour. There's even moulded texture. We've got on either side what look like 2 flathead screw pieces, and in the centre, on the backing of a beautiful orange paint job, we've got Axle's tribe logo, which looks to be a bull or a Brahma bull. It's outlined with a nice black pencil line, and then the bull is done in a nice spring yellow colour. On the back of the torso, it continues on that moulded orangish yellow colour. It's got 4 open studs on the back to give you any type of building possibilities that you can think of that can connect to a 2x2 studded surface. And then we have more moulded details right in between there with what look to be cylindrical pieces. The arms are also very unique in the fact that they too are all moulded in one piece. There's no wrist articulation, but there is shoulder articulation, and it's dual moulded with that beautiful neon orange colour that I love so much on the shoulder pauldrons. As we continue down the torso, the lower part is moulded in a standard dark bluish grey plastic, and has a bunch of little details, both painted in light bluish grey and that copper orange colour, accentuated by a standard darker orange detail, which you can just about see in the light. As we go down to the hip piece, it's moulded in dark bluish grey. We got some white details on the left and right side, some fine copper orangish gold painted details, and into the loincloth. That loincloth follows down into the legs, which are moulded in a dark bluish plastic. Sorry, dark bluish grey plastic. And then we also see a continuation of that white detailing and that fine orange copper gold detailing as well. The side of the arms and legs are completely unprinted, along with the back of the torso, back hip piece, and back of the legs. If we go back up to the top of the head, you'll see that Axel shares the same basic helmet design as Clay. The only difference is the visor piece, which has these two horns on either side, connected to the front face guard, which when hinged up, you see that friendly, giant, Neanderthal-esque face print. And I'll just remove the helmet, and you get a closer look at that very Stone Age face with the accentuated brow, the jawbones, and then the wrinkle under the bottom lip. He's got an exposed underbite for one tooth and those big, piercing, yet friendly eyes. If we turn the minifigure around, we can just about see the second face print, but I will rotate that round if it will let me, so you can get a full image of the face print. Again, a continuation of that accentuated brow and the jawbones, but the expression overall is a lot more angry and grumpy, as you'd expect when in battle. He's got more of a frown with the pointed eyebrows, angry eyes, and then a upside down smile, giving off either what could be considered an angry or a sad face print. And with the helmet back on and the visor raised, it better frames the expression to give you a better idea of how it looks in battle. And now that we've talked about the minifigure, let's take a closer look at the battle suit in question. So with the battle suit up close and the accessories removed, here is our Axel battle suit. It's done primarily in Axel's key orangish yellow colour scheme, and right up front we can see the printed detail, once again showing that bull or Brahma bull logo. It's framed by a medium to bright silver frame that looks like it's been screwed on, and this piece is fully printed. There's 0 stickers in the set, which is perfect, not just for younger builders who are new to Lego or Lego Nexo Knights, but also for older builders who prefer a premium detailing. The main cowling piece is also done in that orangish yellow. And as you can see, Axel even has his own set of handlebars at the front here. The shoulder pauldrons, starting with the left, has that square base pyramid piece in neon orange, and that's attached to these almost horn pieces on the shoulder to accentuate the bull theme for Axel. And then the arms are comprised of a couple of Technic pieces connected to a 2x2 dark bluish grey modified plate with the 2 Technic pins on the underside to allow you to connect the Technic pieces here, the Bionicle piece here, and that medium silver Bionicle fist. This one has the half Technic pin, half Technic axle inside to attach the power shield. And then on the left hand side, the Bionicle fist in medium silver doesn't have any Technic pin axle pieces due to his accessory. And then as we go down to the legs, we've got 2 alternating ball joint sections, and they're packed out with dark grey slope tiles and orangish yellow plates. And as we go down to these huge feet, perfect for stomping ash attackers and stone warriors. These are really quite well built up. They are roughly 3 bricks in depth, and they're just gigantic. I'd say they're bigger than the fists, which is just crazy. And then when we go to the back of the battlesuit, we see more of that Technic pieces on the back of the arms. And then we have in the orange a ratcheted connection point so that you can put any of the power-up pieces included in the bigger Nexo Knight sets to the battle suits to give them extra power-ups in battle. And then before I show you how to attach the minifigure and the offensive and defensive accessories, I'll quickly run through the articulation with the battlesuit. So it's nice and simple. In the arms, you've got a ball joint that allows you to rotate the arms 360 degrees and hinge forward and back with that butterfly joint. And then in the elbow/wrist area, the fists are able to hinge up and down, rotate, and pivot in and out, like so. Then when you come down to the waist and hip area, there is a black Technic pin connecting the lower part of the battlesuit cockpit to the hip and waist section. That gives you full 360 degrees of rotation. Then with the legs, you're able to kick forward that far and back that far, giving you almost 180 degrees of rotation. but you can still kick out to the side to give your enemies a super kick. Then at the knees/ankles, they allow you to hinge the feet forward that far, back that far, and out to the side, like so, for a precision super kick. And you've still got full rotation abilities, just like that. And then lastly, to show you how you can attach the minifigure, due to Axel's large size and stature, you can't attach it to the battlesuit like you usually would. And when I lower the front armor piece, in fact I'll lower it a full 180 degrees, you'll see that in the instructions they get you to put a 2x2 Lego brick in light bluish grey. That's so when you have your Axel minifigure in a seated position with his arms raised, you can comfortably fit him into the pilot seat, then lean him back slightly, close up the front armor piece, and then as he leans forward, rotate his arms down, and as you can see, you can even grab hold of the handlebars. And there is a clearer look of the Axel minifigure inside his battlesuit. Now let's move on to the accessories. The first accessory of Axel's that we will take a look at is his offensive weapon, and that is his power battle axe. It's a single-headed axe, but look at the hexagonal detail that you can see on both sides of the piece. It's all moulded in that beautiful neon orange plastic that I love so much. It's one of my favourite Lego piece colours of all time, quite frankly. The way it's attached to the axe is by a 1x2 Lego plate attaching to the main section, centre section of the battle axe. It's got a plain light bluish grey Nexo shield piece in the centre. We've got a continuation of that beautiful neon orange piece with two 1x1 round cylinder pieces, showing the power coursing through the offensive weapon. And then we have a dark bluish grey cheese slope piece with 3 diagonal slopes at the front and the left and right sides. And then on the back you can see how it's constructed with that 1x2 light bluish grey plate with the Technic hole running right through the underside. The bracket piece here, the light bluish grey pin which is double long, and the Technic axle hole piece. Then we have a Technic axle with a stopper at the end, and it's all moulded in a dark bluish grey plastic. Now moving on to the Nexo shield piece. The main section is all moulded in light bluish grey plastic. You can see the underside of the anti-studs and the bar attachments. It attaches to the battle suit via the black Technic hull piece and the black Technic pin that goes into the back of the large shield piece that sticks out here. And then when we get to the front of the armor piece, we see the 3 Nexo Knight power pieces that I've included on my one. So starting off at the top, we've got a bull with a nose ring, almost a mechanical bull look design. It's got a white background and the light bluish grey pixelated framework around the outside, and it's moulded on a transparent clear plastic. The next power looks like it's super strength or fists of fury. The fists are done in black paint. The explosion detailing is done in a strong red, and it looks like the white background isn't completely opaque. It looks like the paint was a little bit thin with this one. And then we've got the almost a maroon colour for the pixelated framework, and all that detail is printed on a translucent red plastic. Then the last Nexo Knight power piece I included is the double-headed battle axe. You can see it's breaking the ground underneath it. It's on a primarily yellow background, and then it has a beautiful bright purple pixelated framework design, and all that is printed on a translucent yellow piece. And luckily, attaching the accessories are nice and easy. First, starting off with the power battle axe. I'll rotate the arm up like so, and when I bring in the battle axe, all you have to do is fit the dark bluish grey axle piece into the hand here, since there's an axle hole, Technic axle hole in the centre of the fist. And there you have your battle axe wielded by Axel in his battle suit. And then when it comes to the shield, it's nice and easy. Once again, we'll just rotate the arm up like so. And then with the blue Technic pin piece, we will slot that over the Technic hole on the back of the shield. And there you have it. There is your shield and battle axe ready for Axel to go into battle and chop down the enemy. And I thought just before we take a look at the spare Nexo Knight powers included, we'd have a look at a couple of posing possibilities. So this first one is kind of Axel posing with his giant power battle axe, with it resting across his shoulders and holding both ends with his hands. This second pose is Axel kind of pointing at his enemy with his left hand as he draws the battle axe back, ready to swing it forward to hit his opponent. And I've even posed the legs to make it look like he's in a fighting position or a running stance. And then this last one is just a fun, kind of relaxed one of Axel having his power axe across his body as he's standing at attention, maybe. I don't know, something like that. So now that we've talked about the accessories, the minifigure, the battle suit, and the posing possibilities, now let's talk about the extra added Nexo Knight power pieces that you can swap out with the other 3 that we previously took a look at. So the one on the left, it's got a white background. The white paint's a little bit thin on this one again. But in the center, it's got what looks like a bright yellow banana with a golden flake detailing in the center. It has a blue explosion detail, and it's got a digitized blue frame, and it's all printed on a standard blue translucent piece. My only guess is it's some kind of banana power, but I don't know how that would really help you in battle that much. And then on the right, we've got a musical note in kind of a burnt orange, bright orange maybe. Behind that, looks like there's some kind of bird or possibly a dragon, or maybe it's just another explosion piece. Then we have a couple musical lines along the back, diagonally. Around the outside, we've got a dark bottle green pixelated design to frame the power, and then all that's been printed on a lime green translucent Lego piece. Now that we're at the end of the review, I wanted to give you my general overview of my thoughts of the set. Overall, I think it's a really fun addition to your LEGO Nexo Knights army. The Axel in his Knight in Fatigues minifigure design really is such a fun and unique minifigure just in his silhouette alone. It's so striking and one of a kind. Like I said before, we've never really had a minifigure like him before. We've never really had one like him since, which is why he really stands out as a unique part of LEGO history and the Nexo Knights brand. The accessories for the battle suit to use are so inventive and fun. I love the large specialized piece for the battle axe. I know a lot of us don't like big specialized pieces, but the way it's used in this set just makes it feel so much more fun, so much more imaginative. And think about all the different building opportunities and ways we could use it in mock building. I mean, there's studded attachments at one end, there's bar attachments at the other. Yeah, I think the imagination side of things really lends itself well to that large molded piece. The Nexo Knight shield piece, even though we've had it before, I still think it's a good way to combine 3 Nexo Knight powers into one attack. The assortment that we're given, the ones I've used on the Nexo Knight shield piece are probably the best. In the theme of Axel and everything that he's about. I guess maybe we could say the banana one fits because he's always hungry, right, in the cartoon. And then the music side of things, I don't know, maybe with a different knight it might suit better, but when I look at Axel, I don't instantly think music. I'm more usually think of him being hungry all the time and wanting to eat, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just hungry. I don't know. The things that this set could easily improve on, like I said with the clay battle suit in our previous episode, is it would really benefit from his standard accessory so that when he isn't using the battle suit, he still has a way of attacking and defending himself. And I know this set did come out in January 1st of 2017. And if the set was released today alongside the Marvel mechs and the Star Wars mechs, we would most definitely see his standard accessory included with him in this set, and maybe even a standard Nexo shield power piece, I don't know. But overall, really enjoy this set. Really think it's a great addition to your LEGO Nexo Knights collection. I've had so much fun posing it around for you guys and showing you all the different capabilities. And before I sign off, I want to thank you for joining us for today's video. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. If you're a new viewer, please feel free to subscribe. If you like the video, give it a like down below and leave a comment about your favourite part. Until next time, hope you had a geektacular time, and I will see you soon.